Karima beat him with the gavel. And I'll turn this over to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My speech today has been encompassed in everything that has been said here. An old Chinese proverb says that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Well, the next best time is now. Some of you may not know this. Some of you are actually in the room. But the idea for a Bear Toastmasters Club in Lubbock wasn't first thought of last year. This has been probably many years in the making in the minds of members like Tracy and Keith and other people who bothered Keith several times over to get this going. I joined Toastmasters in June of 2016. So like you, I'm not a seasoned Toastmaster. I'm a newbie as well. But as soon as I joined, I instantly knew that we needed to bring this outstanding development program to bear. Little did I know, and I quickly found out, Bear already had Toastmasters clubs all across the nation. And they were all sponsored already by HR. And it's highly encouraged for members or employees to be a member of Toastmasters. Our diversity inclusion department inside HR is what funds these clubs. If you ever speak to Mr. Ryan McDay, please tell him thank you for what he's done for our club and the clubs in Bear altogether. But this gave me great resources to utilize internally, and with the help of the District 23 leadership, we were well on our way to achieving the goal of bringing Toastmasters into the Bear Crop Science in Lubbock. On September 29th, 2016, 23 employees came together and did what Bear Crop Science does best. We planted a seed that's already growing and proving to be extremely fruitful to not only ourselves, but to the corporation as well. The time is now, and I'm very thankful for all of you being part of it. As we began our journey together, many of you came to me saying public speaking or the table topics portion of public speaking just made you uncomfortable. Garima, thank you for bringing this up in your speech, because being uncomfortable is when greatness happens. Being uncomfortable is when we grow. You unleash potential that you may not have even known was there by challenging the status quo and by doing what I am proud of each and every one of you for doing, and that's standing up here and speaking or standing up for table topics and giving an impromptu speech. I urge you to continue on your Toastmasters journey, though, for as long as possible. Never wavering or feeling discouraged, because always remember, there are many others here who are walking with you as well. And this is not something that we're going to go through alone. If we have questions, we should ask. If we have problems, we should be there for one another and find a solution. And if we need encouragement, Toastmasters should be the place where we can always find it. See, for me, Toastmasters isn't just about something that I do once or twice a week. It's so much more than that. And Toastmasters is a place that I can be me and you can be you. Here, we don't have to have a curtain between our personal and professional lives, hiding from each other. We are open and honest while providing constructive feedback to help us constantly improve. And that's something we don't always see in the corporate and career setting. Toastmasters also constantly challenges me, and hopefully you as well, to live out not only the Toastmaster core values, but Bear's core life values. These values are intertwined with characteristics we see developed in the Toastmasters program. As I read down a few of these, I want you to write down what is coming apparent to you in your personal Toastmaster journey. John Maxwell said that leadership is not about titles. It's not about positions, and it's not about flowcharts. Leadership is about one life influencing another. Bear agrees, as it states on the website, that leadership applies to all of our employees, not just the managers. They should be passionate for people and performance. They should show personal drive and be accountable, provide clarity and direction, and recognize performance. C.S. Lewis said integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Bear qualifies integrity as by being a role model, trusting others and being trustworthy yourself, being honest and reliable, caring about people, safety, and our environment, and to listen attentively and communicate appropriately. Tony Robbins said that to stay committed in your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. Bear asks us to remain flexible by having the ability to adapt to different situations, and that's crucial for future success. So being ready to adapt for future needs, challenging the status quo as you are, thinking and acting with others in mind, and seeking out opportunities, and embracing lifelong learning, they're all ways that we can be ready for the future. Peter Drucker said efficiency is doing better. Doing better what is already being done. We are able to achieve this by focusing on activities that create value, speed up good decision making, being accountable, and collaborating for better solutions. We should strive to live by all of these core values as Toastmasters, as Bear employees, and the many other roles that we all hold in our lives. That's my challenge for you today, and going forward in your Toastmaster journey. Lead where you are today by using opportunities to impact and influence others. Remember, someone is always watching you, so always do what is right and live with integrity. Hold fast to your goals, but remember to remain flexible in your approach. And finally, use those around you for collaboration and ideas on how to do better what is already being done. As Speaking the Plains Truth's president, I ask you'll not only hold me accountable to these values, but show me how to improve if I falter in any of them as well. I promise to do the same for the officers you have elected, and to you as not just as fellow Toastmasters, but as colleagues and friends as we walk through this journey together. Lao Tzu said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Toastmasters International, one of their sayings that they have on their website, says, "Your journey begins with a single speech." I am very proud to say that my first steps and my first speeches have started with all of you. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that's taken part in the ceremony and provided some sort of input. From the bottom of my heart, it was a very interesting and moving experience. I hope that we all continue to grow together and move forward as we're speaking the Plains Truth, and we work towards our accreditation as a distinguished club. I think I heard a plug for that somewhere. In the interest of, I know we blocked out an hour and a half for this, and I'm sure that everybody has tons of meetings they put on hold and would like to continue to move forward. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and progress the club law rather than vamp out the time for you. And I'm going to bring up our general evaluator, Anicia, if you would come on and take care of our evaluation center.
I'm very excited to be the general evaluator for this meeting. It has been amazing to hear some of the speakers that we've had today and how talented y'all are and what we can aspire to. So I'm going to jump right into it and go ahead and bring up our first evaluator, John Mixon.
organizing your speech.